Hey y'all, what's up? It's Brooke here. This week I have been inspired by multiple people whose videos I've watched. I don't know, there's just been a bunch of people who have done the Dear Me campaign and it's really inspired me. This is my Dear Me. What advice would I give to my younger self? Well, let's see. First off, Dear Me. Hey younger self, how you doing today? High school can be rough and it can be mean, but make the best out of it. Those girls that claim to be your best friends forever, well, enjoy the time you get with them, because now that's going to come to an end. Cherish the moments you have at youth group each week, because one day those times will be gone. You'll miss them terribly. You'll miss your youth pastor and his wife like you would never believe. You'll see him on an occasion. But younger me, it's never the same later when you see him. Take in every minute you get at church camp each summer, because you won't always have the time or money to go every year. And those years at camp will have the biggest impact, not only on your teenage life, but on you for the rest of your life. And that one girl who you adore, call your best friend, she'll eventually get pregnant and quit talking to you. You'll lose another dear friend due to some rumors. But if there's one piece of advice I can give you, don't let it eat you up inside. Those girls that you consider your clique right now, and you feel like nothing will ever change between you guys, well, eventually things go sour. And that one that used to live at your house practically from 7th and 8th grade, was there all the time, yeah. Currently she lives in Florida, and the last time you guys spoke was 6 years ago. Same with that girl that was your BFF since 4th grade. She moved 4 hours away, and guess what? You guys don't ever speak anymore. Oh, okay, this is hard. You become friends with this one girl, but after high school you guys don't keep in contact like you once did. I mean, y'all text once a week, but it's nothing too deep. Just about how you're cleaning your house and that it's cold outside. And don't worry, you eventually find a new group of friends through that TV show Glee, who they will mean the world to you. You know, high school is over now, and you couldn't be more thankful it ended. But I just wish you would have been as confident as you are now. And I wish you would have been as witty as you are now. And I wish you would have stood up for yourself when people made fun of you for your size, which is probably the worst thing someone can do, making fun of you for something you can't even control yourself. Yeah, I wish you would have turned around that day in the library and looked at those boys and said, go suck a dick. Tallest kid in your grade asking you to reach something off the top shelf. I wish you would have turned around and said, shut your face, you asshole. But instead, you didn't. You didn't. You just giggled and walked on. I mean, that's cool. You know, you get over it eventually. And guess what? Guess what? You moved to Ohio for 3 years. You meet some of the coolest people in the entire world. Discover your hate for red church chairs? You discover that not everyone's going to be real and honest, and people will backstab and lie and cheat the whole time you're there. But beware of that boy. Oh, that boy that called you in February of that year, beware of him. Because he tells you he's moving back to Paducah, just watch out. Because you guys eventually end up dating, only later to find out he's gay. But please don't let it send you in depression and make you scared to never date again. Because after him, another kid shows up at your youth group and he's freaking amazing. But you don't do anything about it because you still have the horrible and terrifying fear not gonna like you for you, or he likes your best friend better. But stop letting that affect you. It's stupid. Those 3 years in Ohio basically kill your soul. May 13th, 2009. Will you make that trip home to Paducah? Last time you ever speak to your grandmother? Okay. Wow. Composure. Because she dies 13 days later. To top off how much May 26th is the worst day of your life. That exact same day, a year later, May 26, 2010. The little weenie dog, who's your best friend in the whole wide world, she passes away then. You occasionally miss her, but don't worry, you get a couple new dogs who are awesome. None will ever compare to her, though. But, you know what? You do find a best friend out of those 3 years you're there. Just make sure you become friends with her before that trip to conference. Because you don't realize how cool she is until you get there. It takes going 17 hours from where you've been with her for the last few months to realize that she's probably the coolest person to ever exist. And I really aren't in the mood to spoil much more for you, but just know that working at Arby's is a bad idea. Those 6 months test you in ways you never thought were possible, so beware. Just beware. And after that, you're without work for some time. And then you end up at a hotel where you currently have been for a little over 2 years. Also, you tried that whole college thing and that studying and getting good grades. Really isn't that hard. If only you applied yourself in high school. Only if. I mean, you've always been smart. You were just lazy and had no motivation. And I kind of wish you did have some because maybe it would help you now. But no, you were the stupid one in high school who didn't give two craps. And guess what? Senior year, yeah, you barely pass. You barely make it through. You're told D means diploma and you take it literally, so. And don't be afraid to start that first YouTube video. Sure, it's scary, but hey, it becomes a cool hobby of yours. And don't think everything lasts forever. Eventually things will disperse. People will go their separate ways, but make peace with this now because it will help you later in your life. Also, don't worry about that dating or anything like that. It's not that important. The right guy will come along someday. So stop being scared to try new things. Stop feeling as if you can never do anything. Stop allowing yourself to get stuck. Get out of that rut and move on. Always remember, writing is your passion, so do it more often. And one last note. Spend more time with your family, because they're always there, even when you don't want them to be. Yeah, your sister, who you think will be there forever, she moves 3 hours away and you barely ever see her. It's kind of weird, talking to my younger self. But if I could give you one last piece of advice, while you do all this, while you go through this life and these life-changing moments, the one thing that'll mean the most to you is those summers at church camp. You can picture it now like it was yesterday. But you've moved on. And that stupid TV show, Glee, means more to you than you'll ever know. Because from that, you found some of your very best friends. Okay. And don't worry, the person you're closest to lives 6 hours away from you. That sucks. Oh, and your other best friend, she lives 1,560 miles away from you. While you're stuck here in this little bitty tiny town. But one piece of it, if I could give you one piece of advice, it would be to do all of these things with a smile on your face, a friend by your side, and a camera in hand to record it all. On that note, going to go. Do Gucci down the boulevard, cocaine, dollar bills, and my